Hey right guys, Traditional Just Joe here, and today we are watching and reacting to a new show, and this is a show that I've wanted to do for so long. I've actually wanted to do this, I think, for like a year and a half, maybe 2 years was when I first started to get quite a few comments telling me to react to it. I was like, yeah, okay, another year went by, and then this time last year I really wanted to start it, but I just had way too many shows on, and I know because this is quite a lengthy show, I didn't want to just kind of cram it in and then only be able to fit like one every 2 weeks, because I want to really kind of delve into this show and try and aim to do at least 2 a week, and we'll see how that kind of obviously goes, maybe up into 3 if shows start to kind of calm down. The show I am of course talking about is Once Upon a Time. This is the show that will be replacing Pretty Little Liars. I have not watched the finale of Pretty Little Liars yet as of recording this, but I'm going to watch the finale I think in a few hours, so I mean, wish me luck for that. But Once Upon a Time, I'm super excited for. It's not, you know, up there as one of the most raved about shows or anything like that, but in terms of teen drama shows, it definitely seems to be one of the kind of most beloved, especially the early seasons. A lot of people say the early seasons of this show are super good, and it's finished now. I believe it's around 7 seasons, could be wrong on that. So yeah, again, this will be like Pretty Little Liars and Teen Wolf, of course, where Buffy, doing like these very lengthy shows, and it is going to take a while to get through it. If I do aim for 2 to 3 a week, if all goes well, we should get it done in about a year and a half. I know, we'll be here a long time, but I'm fine with that. Like I said, a long show was going to replace Pretty Little Lies, which was a long show, and that is this. And I'm also starting 2 other shows as well, but I'm not going to say what they are just in case. I don't know what the order of me uploading the 3 new shows is going to be, but make sure you check out the channel to see if there's shows that might interest you, because I know new people will probably be coming to this video that haven't been on the channel before. So if you enjoy the first episode reaction, make sure to subscribe, because I'll be, like I say, trying to pump these out as quickly as I can. And of course, as always, as you know with the TV shows, I'll be doing uncut and early reactions to the show as well. That'll of course be a Patreon exclusive, so if you want access to those, a link to it will be down below. I'm going to aim for Patreon to be, I think, around 4 or 5 episodes ahead at all times, so hopefully we can stick to that as well. So as I said, if you want access to those, a link to it will be down in the pinned comment and description. But for now, my friends, episode 1 of season 1. Try to be, you know, how I am with spoilers and stuff. If there is a spoiled comment in the comment section, I will have mods kind of remove it, because I want to kind of go into this blind. The only thing I know about this show is Adelaide Kane is in like the last season. That is the only thing I know, because when I was hyping up Adelaide Kane on Teen Wolf and Reign, everyone said, oh, she's in the last season of Once Upon a Time or something. So that's the only thing I actually know about the show. Other than that, I genuinely know. I know it's a basic concept. I think it's a fantasy world like Snow White and stuff like that. But I think that's all I know. I don't even know the actors and actresses or in it or anything like that. So yeah, if you enjoy it, remember to leave a like if you're new. Remember to subscribe. But enough jibber jabber, guys. Let's do this. There was an enchanted forest filled with all the classic characters we know, or think we know. Is this Anne with an E? Wait, Snow White! I told you. Oh, these guys will destroy.
Please let me say goodbye.
I can't tell if these are like the dwarves, Snow White and the 7 dwarves, or just homeless people. Oh, what you bloody done? Oh!
And why?
I'm waiting for shit to go wrong. This is way too happy for a first scene. Yep, here we go. Doors open dramatically. And it's Angelina Jolie. Yo, she's rapid at walking.
If it is the last thing I do.
She's salty as fuck. Hey! Hey, you stop right there! Wow, he tried it.
You take credit cards?
Where to, Chief?
Yo, he's living it up. Who's this kid? Yo, is that her from House? It's the doctor from House.
Tell me something about yourself, Emma.
Oh wow, we start in there, mate. Oh.
Your wife loves you so much that she bailed
What
you
is
out
going on?
and
I was about to do the Joker scene then, but that song kicked in. I was like, no, it's not. Drive your pubes, she's coming! I'm not actually rude. Oh.
What the hell do you know about family, huh?
More than you know. Oh, you touched the nerve there. Okay. Well, she's lying her own little birthday cake that's actually depressing. Like, you know, I feel sorry for her kind of way. A little bit. Not too much. Don't like, mistake me for like Oh, I actually really feel bad for this person.
My name's Henry. I'm her son.
Wait, I'm your... What? The fuck? Where's my juice box, Mom? Been here for 4 seconds already.
You don't call the cops. Please.
Police, don't call the police. The po-po are coming to come for me.
Where's home?
Oh my god, it's King's Landing.
You should know more than anyone.
Why is that?
No, if you believe the earth is flat,
Oh, kid.
doesn't mean it's true, kid. So,
Rumpelstiltskin.
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 I know that guy. Rumpelstiltskin was running around stealing wheat or some shit. It's Gollum.
It's gonna cost you something in return.
No.
Is that David Tennant?
Wasting time.
What do you want?
It kind of sounds like him and looks like him a little bit.
The Queen has created a powerful curse.
It actually is. That's sick. David
So
Tennant's a
you'll all be in a
boss.
prison.
It could not be. It could be a David Tennant wannabe. Alright, so the kid's actually the character from... It's on meth. Oh, wait, what? Just tell him a fake name, like... Beth. Emma. And there's Emma, I guess. Welcome to Storybrooke. Any more on the nose?
An evil queen sent a bunch of fairy tale characters here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
now
guess
that's
that's what we're doing with the storyline.
Time stuck in
because it doesn't know.
that he's a fairy tale character.
None of them do. They don't remember who they are.
Oh. They've all got bloody amnesia.
I say we fight.
Oh, this guy. We will fight them all.
Can we even trust Rumpelstiltskin?
Even his wife's done with him.
And this tree can protect only one.
That is fair. I will sacrifice myself. I was hoping it'd say that.
I'm sure that's not true.
Henry?
Get in here, you little shit!
Henry, what happened?
I found my real mom.
I found my real mom!
I'll just go check in the lab, make sure he's alright.
Is that 50 Shades of Grey?
I keep busy. Yeah. Imagine having another one on.
Ah, the apples.
That's being a single mom.
There's a bowl of
Oh, I
apples.
push for order. You know what?
Ignore everything I said, I'm just a weirdo. I'm a weirdo. I'm weird. Riverdale.
Of course.
No way! Is that because she tried to leave? It didn't let her. I don't know. I'd definitely rather live here, look. I know all you see is really bad CGI at the moment, but look at that!
It's 28 years when you have eternal love. Who saved me?
28 years. I haven't even been alive that long. I'm about to get ruined. Oh god, yeah. Ring it there, it's meant to do a second.
Henry's run away again. We have to.
Oh god! Henry's dipped out.
Here. Let's pull up a transaction record.
And he used his
Mary
own
Margaret.
email.
I murdered Blanche.
If you love them and they love you, they will always find you.
If you love them, they love you.
We'll pick this up after
They will
recess.
always
No
find you.
Did you give him your credit card so he can find her?
Probably
Sorry, who are you?
stole it.
And as you might be aware, lonely.
Oh, bad
He
parenting.
needed it. He wrestles with that most basic question they all inevitably face. Why would anyone give me away? I am so sorry.
Great.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean in any way to judge you.
Well, yeah, okay, well you did.
We have to believe.
Just do it,
something
mate.
for us.
I would not be leaving my baby in there. He'll just die of starvation. Oh, he's dead. Yo! He won't be in there now. Hey!
I'm a real person.
I'm a real
No
boy.
savior.
1 week and you'll see I'm not crazy.
I have to get you back to your mom.
1 week with some random ass kid? No.
That's just where you came through. The
Oh,
world,
yeah.
When you went through the war,
She
there's
flung
no
out into a
curse.
motorway.
Your parents are trying to save you from the curse.
Sure they were. Come on, Henry.
Yeah, I'm sure they were. Okay then. Just this cliche of not believing. I know it. I'd be so more annoyed though if she believed him instantly, so I do get it. It's just such a cliche though. How has she got through the castle? Like there was guards around? Was there not? No? Okay. Yeah, the kiss ain't gonna work a second time. I'll be stunned if it does.
You're going to lose.
You're gonna lose. I mean, she'll have 27 years of winning, I guess. 28 years.
You may have given birth to him, but he is my son.
I was
My
You
child.
don't get to speak.
Alright.
You don't get to do anything. I will destroy you if it is the last thing I do.
She's just a knob. But she's the villain, so alas. She's gonna burn the book now or something. It's like Vernon Once Upon a Time. Oh, there you go. It's gonna be the guy who got stabbed. The guy who got stabbed. Yup. What, has he been in a coma for 28 years?
Emma.
Emma.
What a lovely name.
Yeah, definitely not David Tennant. It did sound and kind of look like him a little bit though. Like just with a lot of makeup on. It's gonna chime, look! Bonk, look. Ding. He's buzzing. Yeah! Okay, there we go. That is episode 1 of Once Upon a Time Season 1. I didn't love it. I didn't love the pilot episode. Also, you guys know I'm gonna be honest with the first episodes, and I always feel bad with first episode reactions if I don't, like, I think it's the sickest episode or whatever, because I know, you know, first episode reactions do get the most people coming in, and, you know, if they're going to stick around, it probably depend on if I even like the episode. It had moments, but the one thing I'm kind of looking at it as is I didn't like the first episodes to Shadowhunters, and with the knee I was even with the first episode a bit like, okay, it was fine. There was Buffy. I didn't love the first episode of that. And all 3 of those shows I ended up adoring. I'm not going to judge the show based on its first few episodes. I never do with any show, really, to be fair. Obviously, the first episode is a big deal because it needs to, you know, engage you very quickly and get you interested in the story and the characters if you're going to bother continuing with the show. Luckily for when I do reactions, I don't really have a choice. Glee is another one. I hated the first episode of Glee. I gave it like a 3. I thought it was abysmal, and I'm like starting season 3 and it's one of the best shows I'm reacting to. So I'm not going to judge the show based on the first episode. I'm sure it is going to pick up and become a lot better as time goes on. For me though, this was just kind of, I expected it to have those generic moments, but I feel like what really kind of kept bringing me out of the episode was the acting. As much as I didn't like Glee, I felt like the acting worked for the characters there. Same with Shadowhunters, there was like some bits of dialogue that was like poorly delivered, and the CGI I never hold against TV shows like this because they're not going to have the biggest budget. They are not on HBO Game of Thrones budget, so the CGI I tried to avoid calling out on. But first episodes can be hit and miss because, like I said, I named some shows where the pilot episodes weren't on great, but then you have like even Reign. I felt like the first episode of Reign for a teen drama was way better than this. I know it's a very different show, but in terms of like similarity, I'd say Reign was the closest to like this show. I'd feel like Shadowhunters and Reign I'd see were the closest. Shadowhunters had a very poor first episode, and Reign had actually a very great first episode. This I'd say kind of leans more towards the Shadowhunters side of things, whereas lacklusting a little bit. I didn't connect with any of the characters yet. As I said, I found the acting for the most part to be the worst part of the episode. Like, the acting really fell off. And that's not to do with cheesy dialogue. Glee has cheesy dialogue all the time. I can accept it if it's part of it, but Glee is self-aware about that. Some of the lines of dialogue just felt like it didn't really fit in. It was a bit... maybe it wasn't even the lines of dialogue. Maybe it was just kind of the acting. Like, the kid actor as well. And I know people are like, oh, is the kid actor? You kind of have to be fair. Nah, kid actor was kind of awful this episode. Like I said, it just kept bringing me out of it. As I said, I didn't love any of the characters. And the story's okay. I know it's going to pick up as time goes on. I'd be worried if not. But I kind of like the idea of there being this fantasy world and then the real world and them kind of merging together. I found the fantasy world a lot more interesting than the real world. Kind of like visually, obviously. But like story-wise, I felt like the what was going on, I guess between Emma, the main character there, and her son was more interesting. But even that was a bit of a push to say it was interesting, because it didn't. It doesn't bother me, but when a first episode tries to get those emotional beats in with the first episode, it never works for me. Like, I need a few episodes before you try to hit me with the emotional parts, and they tried to have a moment here between the mum and the son, where she's trying to talk about I guess how she's been lonely. Oh no, about how her parents left her on the road and stuff. And again, I'm not saying that was a bad scene. It's just it didn't get to me, or it didn't like make me care for her character as much as maybe it thought it would. To me, it's just like I need episodes of the character being good for me to actually connect with her instead of you trying to be like, oh, I was left on the road and all this stuff. But that was more, I guess, to give her a backstory from how she saw it, and not to be like, oh, now you're emotionally attached to her. You just don't know, I guess. But there were moments like that where I felt like that's definitely what they were trying to do. Most interesting character, I'd say, is the villain. We got the most of her for sure. I think, apart from the main character, obviously, and the kid, we got the most of her, it seems, and she seems okay. Again, when I say interesting, I don't think she's actually really interesting. I just think out of the lot, she's probably the best. We'll have to wait and see. So yeah, like I said, I didn't love this first episode, but I'm not going to judge the show based on it either, because I give plenty of examples of shows that I didn't love when I first started and now end up actually really liking. Shadowhunters especially, like I was surprised by how much I loved that show. Well, I'm going to do the show, but we'll give it 5 episodes hopefully where I'm like, okay, now I'm really into it. Hopefully by the 5th episode, I always kind of have that 4 or 5 episode rule when I'm watching a show off camera. Like I'll give a show 4 or 5 episodes. If I'm not interested by then, I'll drop it. Hopefully by the 4th or 5th, we'll be a lot more invested than we are now. I'd be, like I say, worried if not. So, yeah, rating might seem a little bit harsh, like I said, but I am going to go a 4.5 out of 10. I know that sounds really low, but it's, like I say, the things I liked about it is very kind of thin. Like I said, I like the fantasy world. I do like the concept of the story for sure. And that villain seems interesting enough, and I'd say they're the things going for it at the moment. All the other characters like Snow White, this guy who's in a coma, like Snow White's husband, the mom, the son, I just don't really care for them yet. But like I said, we'll see what happens. So episode 1, guys, 4.5 out of 10. Sorry if that's not the best rating, but let me know. Like I say, you kind of see it from my point of view of just knowing what's going on in this first episode. So comment down below what you did like about this first episode, but not so much kind of like, I like this because it pays off later. Because to me, I'm not going to know that until later on down the line, of course. So see it from, if you've just seen this episode, what did you like about it? And yeah, like I say, if you do want the early uncut reactions, Patreon should be about 5 episodes ahead. So a link to that page will be down below if you want to check it out. And I'll see you next time for episode 2. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.